Hello and good afternoon. This is Will from Will to Trade, and I wanted to make a video on stock RPRX today. That's right, RPRX, pretty much the biggest mover of the market today, at least of the stocks that we were looking at. And I want to go over just some basic ideas about what this stock did and some ideas about how you could trade it, because as always, there's many ways you can trade a stock like this today, especially a stock like this one. We had a member I want to give a shout out. We had a member that was actually chatting about this stock yesterday. We have a member in our room that is really in touch with biotechs and what's going on with all the biotech news. And this member had alerted us, hey, check out RPRX. They have some really positive phase 2 news coming out. So that's awesome. We had another member that actually decided to jump into this at about $1.09 here at the dotted blue line as it was forming this cup and handle. It's just gorgeous. So let's just take a look at this chart. There's a bunch of lines in here. There's a lot going on. I just want to go over just kind of some ideas here. It gapped yesterday after hours and then surprisingly retraced, fell. I had this on our watch list this morning as a gap up, but as soon as it opened, it just fell. Look at that. It's just really pretty interesting. Kind of the opposite of what I thought it would have done. I thought it would have shot up in the day. It opened at $1.18. I think we were interested like above $1.20, $1.21, somewhere in that neighborhood. So we didn't take any trades on it this morning. But so many ways to trade. One way you could have traded is you could have just bought it first thing in the morning and just believed in it and just held on throughout the whole day, sold up here at the $2. It's doubtful that many traded that, but that's certainly one option. Another option is you could have waited for the dip all the way down to $1 or even a little bit below $1 and then hold all the way through this move up to $2. So if you think about it, from $1 to $2, it had a little bit over 100% span. Again, I don't think there's many traders that did that, but if you did, that's amazing. 100% in one trade on one ticker in one day. If you did that, send me an email. I'd love to talk to you. But there was probably some other traders like in our room that saw it was making this cup. As you can see here, it's so clean, it's so perfect. The volume really falls down dramatically here on the sort of left section of the cup. Still, volume is pretty low as it kind of bases out, but then it starts to make its way up little by little. And then right around here at $1.09, one of our members alerted us, hey, I'm jumping into RPRX. And I thought this would be really interesting at the break of 120, finally breaking, the high of the day. If you look at this stock here, let's try to see what sort of the options would be. Not to overwhelm you of all the different ways to trade it, but there are different ways to trade it. So let's go over them. You could have bought right here around $1.09, as one of our members alerted, seeing it was making its way up the right side of the cup, and you could have either scalped in and out, which all these lines represent, or you could have sold in this first move up and made a decent, 20-30% profit, something like that. Or you could have bought here and then sold on this break above the 150 mark, or you could have actually bought right here at this first break of 120. So this first break of 120 is where I was interested. I know there's a lot of lines here, and you don't have to be exact with the lines, but I just want to demonstrate just one idea of trading, scalping in and out. You can scalp in and out for 10% moves. You can scalp in and out for 5% moves. You can scalp in and out for smaller or bigger. In this particular example, these all represent 5% moves. The solid blue line represents where you could buy. The dotted blue line represents where you could sell, and so on. And these are actually 5-minute candles. I could switch it to 1-minute candles, but I think it's going to be even more confusing. The exact numbers isn't really that important. The exact moves really aren't that important. But I think the bigger concept is how are you going to jump in and out of this? Because if we scroll it over here, and actually a little bit more, I take it back. If you scroll it over here, okay, right around here is when our member alerted it. So he was kind of foreseeing the cup before it completed itself. On the 1 minute chart, it's a little trickier to see, I think. And look how patchy the volume is here. Almost non-existent volume in this area. Very little volume over here. But he saw it, and then it starts to pick up. Still a little volume right in this area. But once it really starts to break above 120, you can see the volume starts kicking in down here. The green candles start really kicking up over there, and it starts to make a run. So you could buy here at 120, sell here at 126. And then at that, let's see here. If you did that, looking at the chart at this moment, we obviously know that it ran to $2. But in the heat of the moment, you really don't know how far it's going to run. So the strategy of scalping is basically locking profits as it goes up. It's trying to secure your profits because you don't know how far it's going to run. Is it going to run to 126 and then fade back down? Is it going to run to $2? Is it going to run to $20? You really don't know. And so because you don't know, you want to get in, get out, get in, get out as it moves up. So again, 120 and then 126. And then if we scroll over this way, we see that it breaks another point of resistance around 127, and you could jump in again, just adding 5%, and then that dotted blue line will give you 5%. Looking at the chart in real time as this was happening, you still wouldn't know it's going to go to $2. So do you get in again? Well, maybe around 135, 136, something like that. Well, there you have it. There's the solid blue line at 135. You could jump in again. So you add 5%, and then there you have another 142, another 5%. And again, you still wouldn't know that it's going to run all the way to $2. It's like it's pretty bullish at this point. So do you jump in again? Well, you wait for maybe a break here. And I think we had a break at 151. The next solid. Oh, look at that. See, now it's fallen down. So again, in the heat of the moment, you're not going to know if it's going to continue to run even to 150, 151. It could just pull back down and fade. And if you bought here or bought here and you never sold as you went up and it falls all the way down, well, then you don't make anything. So locking your profits as you go is a pretty safe, secure strategy. Let's see if it breaks up above 150. See, in this point, it's kind of consolidating down in the 135 range. Look at that, even falls more, right? So you would say, well, I'm not going to buy it unless it breaks again. Look at that, it's really falling, right? So this is not necessarily a time to buy unless you want to buy in the dips. But for this particular strategy, we're talking about buying as it breaks out more and more. Okay, it's kind of trying to make its way up, but it hasn't. Again, in the heat of the moment, you don't know how far it's going to run. So you could be conservative and say, I'm not going to take a trade unless it gets to that next level, 150, 151 area. It's getting close. There's some more green candles, and there it is. Okay, actually, right, not quite yet. There it is. There it is. There it breaks, right? It breaks 151. So you could say, all right, I'm going to sit this whole period out. I'm even going to sit this period out. I want my break, above this level here. I want to break above the $0.50. I want a penny above the $0.50. I want 151. Again, you don't have to choose these exact numbers. You don't have to choose these exact price targets, but it's just the concept. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Lock up profits as you go. So in this particular example at 151, and then you could sell at 158. And I think 158 happens a few minutes later. There it is. Again, you still wouldn't know at this point it's going to $2. How would you know? You're not going to know. So you're just locking up profits. This next blue line, I think it's around 164. Okay, 164. It just touches right above. And then, boom, so fast, it goes to 173, another 5%. And then we have here 176, right? And then, boom, it breaks through. And then it goes ahead and captures another 5%. Super bullish move. But will it go to $2? Who knows? So you have this next line here at, say, 190. And it finally breaks through 190. Add 5%. Should take you to about 199. And it just tickles 199 so fast. So you would capture your profit there. And you could say, all right, 203. My next buy-in is at 204 or 205. what have you. But I've just sold right now, so now I'm gonna place another opportunity to buy above right there at 204, 205. But as you notice, it never does go above 204, 205. I didn't make every single one of these trades. I made a handful of these trades on the way up, nicking some profits on the way up, and that's what our room is all about. We had a bunch of traders trading this, and they were all trading at different places, at different strategies. Like I say, we had a trader that bought in here and bought and sold all through this move up. We had another trader that bought yesterday and had held some shares and also bought and sold on the way up. We had other traders that were jumping in and out, all different points here and even points over there. That's what our room is all about. We are all about sharing ideas, about alerting each other. It's not just about my alerts, it's about other alerts from other members in the room. So if you're interested in joining our room and getting these kind of alerts and finding out about these kind of moves, we'd love to have you join. It's currently free. You can email me, thewilltotrade@gmail.com. We'll get you all set up. If you like the video, of course, give it a thumbs up. If you love the video, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great day.